Did you know that Israel got tested by USADA twice? Only twice this whole year.
This whole year?
Yes. Other people are getting tested like 20 times a month sometimes.
The titty.
I'm just saying, man. Like, I've got no evidence.
You starting beef?
It's not
What's
beef.
going on, Jared?
No, this is just. I think these things are really interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting how they decide who gets tested more. I think Yuri is like the most tested athlete.
For sure. And
Yuri or Costa.
Yeah, no, Yuri was tested an insane amount last year. But no, I just find it interesting. I mean, Izzy's what, 32?
No, he's almost 34.
Okay, 34 years old. And, just got knocked out, took 5 or 6 months off, put on a bunch of muscle. Everybody was like, he looks so big. He looks so, titties back, full force titty. And he got tested twice.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, a 34-year-old, I don't care. Like, this is a guy who's trained his entire life. This is a guy who's literally never not worked out. Mm-hmm. And to just be like, okay, cool, nutrition, better, getting more reps in the gym of strength and conditioning, that's not going to put on pounds of muscle in 5 months of
right.
a lifetime athlete. That's not how.
And it wasn't really 5 months.
No, but right, exactly. But
that's even less.
Dude, it was like, I think he said it like basically after December is when he started buckling down.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not how the body works. And basically at this point, it's just like everybody who just accepts that just doesn't actually do anything and has never worked out consistently like 7 days, 6 days a week for 10 years. Because if you do that, that like, okay, cool, eating, 20 chicken breasts a day, or like whatever he's doing is not going to put on 5-10 pounds of muscle. I mean, people who are like natural athletes literally will work 6-7 years on putting like a few pounds, like 5 pounds of muscle on. It's crazy.
Especially a skinnier guy like him.
Right.
And then especially when you're in the combat, area, because you're that kind of training you're going through, you're sweating a lot.
Right.
You're not really, you're dieting, you're staying low, and it's a whole other kind of workout other than like you're doing CrossFit or something like that. It's really taxing on your body.
Yeah, you're literally burning nothing but calories all day long.
So I don't know.
Well, I think
there's a lot of dudes on that stuff.
Yeah, I think you do know.
I do, but then like, what can you do about it? At this point, I mean.
Well, yeah, but it's just annoying. I think it's just
annoying.
It is.
I don't agree with it. I think it's like the worst. I think in almost every sport, I don't care.
Right.
Like if you juice in basketball, whatever. You juice in soccer, whatever. Maybe football because that's contact. Not.
Yeah, but look at what football players are doing and look at what they look like.
So when you're in combat, when you're like, you have the power to kill someone in the ring, and then you're adding steroids or performance enhancers on top of that.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, dude. I mean, you're here to get paid, not to end their life.
But you'd be fine if everybody was on it.
No. I'd be fine if nobody was on it.
Oh, okay. I'd be fine if everybody was on it. I'd be fine just knowing.
No, because in fights, we're just like madness all the time, and nobody would ever had any reigns or anything. Look at Pride. How many freaking Pride champions were there? It was all over the place.
It is interesting, though, like the way I do feel like there's a thing with champions. I do feel like there's an advantage point with champions. It's like, oh, everybody says like as soon as you become the champion, you become 30% better with like your confidence and everything. What if it's also like the doctors who work with you? Like what if it's
the nurses in Australia that can give you IVs?
It's like, okay, cool. There's an advantage with every aspect of the game.
Yeah, I mean, more money, more say, more everything.
Yeah,
more eyes on you.
Yeah, if you have a few $1 million for a fight versus $50,000 or $60,000 and you're paying your coaches, paying your manager, like that's I mean, is $1,500 of that a month going to go to things that are undetectable, like indetectable, like performance enhancers? I don't think that's possible.
And I mean, also like the stakes at that level, you're so eager to stay where you're at and to, have to prove everybody wrong every time.
Yeah.
And maintain this level of greatness, like the stress that puts on you, I could definitely see why they'd want to go and, if this is gonna help me out, might as well.
Just be like Cowboy Cerrone. Just be honest.
Yeah. And then go do a truckload of steroids when you retire. Easy.
Dude, I love how he's like promoting his steroid company and the doctors he's working with. It's like you could literally just go to Cowboy Cerrone's YouTube page and be like, I want exactly what he's on, and just type in his promo code.
Yeah, he looks huge, dude. It's crazy.
He was a 155er like 3 years ago.
And if I'm not wrong, he fought at 45 at some point in his career.
Really?
I think maybe like WEC days. I might be wrong, but I think at some point he did.
Wow.